Hi, and welcome to another episode of Design Jamaica. In this video, we take a look at the new Rural Express bus service introduced by the JUTC, the Jamaica Urban Transit Company. With 93 new buses added to its fleet, the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, the JUTC, is set to launch new routes across rural Jamaica, including direct express services from Kingston. This was announced by Transport Minister Darrell Vaz during an handover ceremony held at the Portmore Bus Depot on Wednesday. The JUTC received 63 new compressed gas CNG buses and 30 diesel coach buses at a total cost of $2.355 billion, which Vaz said will be used to improve the commuter service. Vaz announced that of the 30 diesel coaches, 15 will be assigned to the JUTC new Rural Express service, offering premium travel between Halfway Tree in St. Andrew and major rural areas. 15 buses will be offering premium travel and long-haul direct routes from the Halfway Tree Transport Center to Negril, Montego Bay, Ocherius, Port Antonio, and Mandeville, with minimum stops, just 1 or 2 stops per trip, at an introductory fare of $2,000, he said. He added that the remaining 15 diesel buses will be dedicated to the JUTC's charter services, providing flexible transport options for schools, institutions, and event organizers. Vaz also announced that with the new buses, JUTC will expand the services into more rural communities, promising that by September, all 63 constituencies will have a state-operated public transportation system benefiting either students or other commuters island-wide. The Transport Minister goes on to say, for September 2025, we will be doing Montego Bay to 7 LMR, Lucy to Negril, Montego Bay to Cornwall Courts / Green Pond, Montego Bay to Lucy, and other upcoming routes in the pipeline like 7 LMR to White House and Falmouth to Wakefield. And other routes assessments continue because we are going to reach into every nook and cranny of Jamaica to provide reliable, economic, and safe transportation for our citizens, said Vaz. He also noted that the JUTC will also be increasing its presence in and around Spanish Town, with new routes planned to Linstead via the highway and to Kitson Town. Additionally, Vaz announced that the Montego Bay Metro is expected to receive an additional 10 buses sources from the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region, the KMTR. We're not just dealing with the KMTR, we're not just dealing with school buses, we're dealing also with the challenges that the western parishes have. The growth trajectory is expected to continue, and they are expected to receive an additional 10 buses, which will be buses that are currently in the KMTR that are going to be replaced with new buses, and they will also get some of the buses that were brought last year or the year before, he announced. He also quoted, "So nothing other than 2-year-old buses for the Montego Bay Metro. And what is good about that is that we are doing an additional 60,000 commuters per month with Montego Bay Metro," he said. He explained that in August 2024, the Montego Bay Metro operated with a fleet of 6 buses, which improved to 22 buses by July 2025, representing a 266.67% increase in just 11 months. He also outlined how the previous fleet of new buses have benefited students in the West. "We have also played a key role in students' mobility by serving 10 important secondary schools, including Irwin High, William Knibb High, Spot Valley High, Mushet High, Rosses High, Hopewell High, Cambridge High, Culver High, Anchovy High, and Green Highland High, said VAS. In the meantime, VAS affirmed that 7 additional buses specifically designed for persons with disabilities and will arrive in August. He explained that this forms part of the government's policy to ensure that at least 10% of important buses caters to the special needs community. So it is not symbolic, but a bold signal that the government is delivering safer, cleaner, and more efficient transport options for Jamaicans. These buses are modern, fuel efficient, and compliant with internal environmental standards. They represent our commitment to sustainability, innovation, and service excellence, said VAS. Following the addition of 100 buses last year and 70 new buses in 2023, VAS acknowledged that the addition of 93 buses to the JUTC's fleet now means that 71% of the total number of JUTC buses were acquired over the last 2 years. That simply means that we have more new buses in the JUTC fleet than used buses. More buses are rolling out daily, cutting wait times and increased ridership, and overall improvement in the misery index to the commuter. And Jamaicans are regaining confidence in their public transportation system, said VAS. Existing services within the JUTC, which includes the KMTR, Kingston, Portmore, and Spanish Town, along with services in the wider St. Catherine, St. Thomas, St. Mary, Clarendon, and the Montego Bay Metro services serving St. James, Trelawney, Westmoreland, and Hanover. These island-wide services now officially declares the JUTC an inter-parish network and no longer a metro network serving the KMTR alone. With these new long-haul routes to Port Antonio, Ocho Rios, Mandeville, Montego Bay, Savannah Lamar, and Negril, with added stops in between, this is a clear sign to show that residents in all 14 parishes across Jamaica will now have clear and direct access to the state-owned Jamaica Urban Transit Company commute network. However, while this is a good and proactive news for some, we must acknowledge the cons for others. For instance, with the JUTC now providing island-wide service to all parishes in Jamaica, what does this mean for private companies such as Nasford Express, a private company which is already providing city-to-city, parish-to-parish, island-wide services? Not to mention coastal bus drivers who depend on passengers traveling these routes for their daily living. And we don't have to even mention the taximan them, because already they are suffering. What does this mean for those small transport operators? And just like what we did in a previous video similar to this one, we must outline those bad and narrow country roads that these buses will be traversing on. Most of these rural towns, except for Montego Bay, does not have a proper transport center. Towns like Mandeville, Savannah Lamar, little touristy Negril and Port Antonio, and big touristy Ocho Rios are all in need of a modern and state-of-the-art transport center. And not to mention the existing rural JUTC routes like the Maypen routes and those in the Montego Bay Metro system are all in need of infrastructural upgrading. Mr. Vaz, we know it cannot be done overnight, and with the fact that we are now in an election campaign season which are seeking re-election, at least we should be seeing some of these plans outlined in a manifesto. Whichever way you're going to do it, sir, these infrastructure upgrade must be put in place.
And people, me know with the election season upon us, and we all get excited and bump up with the politics and all. We must ensure that we don't get carried away with the excitement, that we forget the things that really matters, which will benefit us in the long run after the election is over. Because after the election and all the excitement is over, whatever choice we make during the election will either taunt us or benefit us in the long run for the next 5 years. Indeed, Bill. So people, exactly what we're saying is, please don't get too excited and too carried away with the ray politics, so that we totally forget about the things that will either benefit us or haunt us for the next 5 years. If needed, press your politician by asking critical, non-partisan questions and hold them accountable to their words. At the end of the day, this is Jamaica. We are Jamaicans. Jamaica belongs to us and not only politicians. Be vigilant, be wise, be considerate, be critical in thinking, and most importantly, put country over politics. Yes. Chulok said that.
Thank you, Bell and Ben, aka Chulok. And guys, if you notice, Bell is a JLP and Ben is a PNP. Yes? So if a young staunch Labourite and a young staunch PNP can come together with these type of thinking and present this message, so what this means, you can still love your politics, but at the same time, love your country more. With that said, this new JUTC Rural Express bus service is a welcome initiative to now officially declare the JUTC, the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, an inter-parish bus network and not just a Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region only metro network. Because at the end of the day, Kingston alone is not Jamaica. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this new initiative to make the JUTC an inter-island bus network by providing a rural express bus service to major cities and towns across Jamaica is a good move for the JUTC and most importantly, the Jamaican commuter? Let us know in the comment section. This has been Design Jamaica. If you or anyone you know are about content like these and would love to see more content like this one, please don't hesitate to like, share and subscribe to this channel, Geography Jawade. Leave a comment and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified whenever new content are out showcasing massive development across Jamaica. We're now on a mission for 2K subscribers by December 31, 2025. We are now at 1.1K and another 900 to go. Join the team and help us to achieve. And please don't forget to go over to our sister channel, Jamaica Politics by Jawade, to watch this video as we critique the ongoing feud between the JLP and the PNP over the school bus program. Also, please don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe to that channel as well, as we are a small channel and need your support. The link is in the upper right hand corner of the screen or in the description below. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Brought to you by Films by Jawade. Follow us at Films by Jawade on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.